All righty, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming through today. I appreciate it. Wednesday lunchtime. It's always a good time, and I'm glad to have you with us. Thanks for all of you who've tuned in live today from wherever you are in the country. We're going to spend the next sort of 40 minutes or so chatting through DuePoint, why you're here this morning, why you've been dragged out during your lunch hour. I promise we'll be done before the end of the lunch hour, and you won't regret it. That's our objective here this morning, is to remove any sort of apprehension and any sort of regret from the process. Guys, to start with this morning, I want to just tell you that DuePoint is a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. That's important to note. You might not have heard of DuePoint to this point in time. This is one of the reasons we're a division of Constantia, and the rest will be made clear as we go through this presentation. Now, Constantia is not a new business. You might not have heard of DuePoint, but that doesn't mean that it is new. Constantia has been around since 1952. It is a 66-year-old insurance company. It is both licensed and listed on the JSE. So I encourage all of you to go away, do the research you need to do in order to get comfortable with who you're dealing with here today. This is not something that's blown in from offshore, and it's not something that's been started out of a garage or was just a page on a Facebook site somewhere or something like that. This is a very real business, and I want you to be comfortable with us. We are licensed, as I said. One of our FSP licenses is there. Go and look us up on the FSCA's website and get comfort with us. We're also a very, very real business. I think these days, with the advent of technology the way it is, a lot of businesses are not very real. We were talking just before this presentation, and we've done in other presentations as well, where this is one of the only businesses where you can actually meet the people. Many of the things that go around South Africa, I call them the next shiny thing, are often very shiny initially until you try and ask where the people are. Can I meet the CEO? Can I meet the managers? Can I meet the financial director? And then, of course, there is no answer to that. You don't even see a picture of them. Or sometimes it's a stock image they've pasted up from an internet picture database somewhere. Here at DuePoint, you have the luxury of any time, Monday through Saturday, able to find us here in these offices, wherever you are. I was chatting to one of our wealth engineers just a minute ago, and he said, oh, it's so difficult to convince somebody when they watch live. Now, why is it difficult to convince people when they watch live versus those that sit in the audience? Because I think we still don't believe the technology. Ladies and gentlemen, those of you who are watching through the camera lens today, I am quite real, I can assure you. It is Wednesday, it's 12:15, it is the 12th of September, and the office around me is not a set, it is very real, and we are right here in South Africa. If you don't believe me, quickly get in your car, you've got about 40 minutes, get here, and you'll see exactly what's going on. We use our technology to be everywhere, every day, so that you can see how real this business is and have the confidence that you need to do what we're going to do here at DuePoint. And so, folks, what is it that we do at DuePoint? Well, we've got two objectives. Our primary objective is to build wealth in the hands of South Africans. DuePoint is the wealth creation division of Constantia. We are not here in the process of getting you to sell more things. This is something that we are all well versed with, and I think a lot of people automatically think DuePoint is the next selling thing. No, we don't sell anything here at DuePoint. Why? Because when you sell things, you get cash in the moment. You don't create wealth. Momentary cash never changes the financial circumstances of anybody, and that is not what we do here at DuePoint. We create a recurring, monthly, steadfast, hopefully lifetime income for South Africans. That's true wealth. That's what changes your circumstances. Right now, I think most South Africans hate the circumstances they're in. I've been reading a lot in the newspapers in the last week or two about what's happening in South Africa, and it is an absolute and utter mess. I was talking to some of the top hedge fund managers yesterday, and they were saying there's no hope for South Africa. They're international guys. They look at South Africa and they go, there's none. You, as this generation will see no hope. The problem is so vast here in South Africa. And so they said what they're looking for is opportunity amongst the disaster. And that's why they're looking very much at DuePoint all the time. How do we create wealth for South Africans who hate their circumstances, who are in a position where they cannot change their circumstances? Guys, that is a reality for every South African. And until you accept that, you're not going to actually be able to move at all. None of us can change our circumstances. Any of you can dictate your earnings here? Any of you can go to your boss tomorrow and say, I want an increase? No, but there's been 5 petrol price increases and a 6th one on its way. There's been a VAT increase this year. And we've seen the rand hit new lows. How are we going to survive that? How are we going to survive that? And yet, as I say, as one of our wealth engineers says, it's difficult to convince someone through the lens. That's interesting. What do we have to say right now to convince South Africans that it's time for a change, a real change, a wealth creation change? What do we actually have to do? Well, in time, people will get it. The circumstances in South Africa will continue to get worse and worse until they're so bad that people will suddenly get it. And that's what we're here for. We're here, when you get it, to pick this tool up that we've created to create wealth for you that's going to put you back in control, to create opportunity out of the disaster that you're in right now. Then we can start unplugging you from these sorts of systems that you're surviving on at the moment, but that are actually slowly poisoning you. Things like debt. You guys know it well. You've all got more debt than you can handle. That's the average South African situation. What are we going to do? That debt is going to get only worse in our current set of circumstances. And so before those debt bridges collapse on us, let's start replacing it with something we build, something we control as wealth engineers here at DuePoint. Income that is there on a reliable, steadfast basis. That's what we want to do as our primary objective here. Our secondary objective at DuePoint is that we want to get South Africans participating in the financial services sector again. It is a massively regulated industry, and as a result, 99% of South Africans cannot participate in it. We believe we've opened that window again here at DuePoint so that everyone can get into this sector of the economy again. With those two objectives put together, we have created what we call the DuePoint system. The DuePoint system allows you to contract with us as what we call wealth engineers. I've mentioned the name already. As a wealth engineer at DuePoint, we give you one task. It is not selling. Guys, that is a big thing for you to realize. It's a switch many people struggle to do. We, in fact, do test calls out of DuePoint. We call wealth engineers, and we say to them, won't you tell us about DuePoint's products? And, you know, every now and then we'll get a wealth engineer who will be very excited about telling us about their products. Very excited. That's not what you do at DuePoint. That might be what you do at one of the other direct selling companies, whether they're legitimate or illegitimate, but that's not what you do here. Nobody in South Africa wants to sell anymore. We're embarrassed by it. We're bored by it. It hasn't changed our circumstances in the past. Good news. At DuePoint, as a wealth engineer, you don't do any selling at all of anything. Okay? We leave you with one task here at DuePoint. Just connect people to us. If you can connect the people you know and will get to know over time to us, you allow us to penetrate the South African market. When we do that, we're able to sell our insurance products. When we sell our insurance products, we create greater revenue. And when we create greater revenue, we are now in a position to start creating that extra recurring income for you. We don't sell goodies here. I've mentioned that already. You're going to get no starter kits here, no boxes of cleaning agents and pills and milkshakes and all sorts of stuff like that. It's not here. Here we use lifestyle and financial services products. They run on automatic debit orders, which means that every month, as long as that individual has that product, and they can have them for their entire life if they want, those debit orders are going to raise and your income is going to come in. You don't run back to your friends every month and beg them to buy the pot again. You don't run back to them and beg them to buy the toiletries again, because, you know, your friends get tired of that. They get tired. We've got a very successful wealth engineer here at DuePoint who was in the business of trying to sell stuff like that. And she said that, you know, it only lasts so long until they don't want to talk to you anymore. And then you're back to where you were when you started. Here at DuePoint, no matter what's happening in your life in any particular month, our debit orders raise. It doesn't matter if it's Christmas or Easter, our debit orders raise. And when they raise, your income comes in. You can start forecasting on what your income will be, which means you can start leveraging it. You can go to the bank and get a home loan and a car loan because your income comes in every month. That is wealth. That is how we change your financial circumstances here at DuePoint. And we also do it in a way that allows you to leverage others. We know that most of you don't have time. It's the most common excuse for not trying to do anything, actually, is that I don't have time. Folks, nobody has time in South Africa. Nobody. Even the beggars on the street are there from 6 until 6 every day. They don't have time for this business. Nobody has time. It's not a legitimate excuse. Here at DuePoint, though, we did know that. And so we built the system anyway around the fact that South Africans don't have time. And we allow you in our system to leverage others. We build channels here, teams of individuals who go out and build wealth for you. It also means that this is a system that can create income for you on a 24-hour-a-day basis. This is not limited to your 9 till 5. You are now enabled, you are now given a tool that allows you to expand your hours of wealth creation to 24 hours a day with us here. And we put you in this position. We put the tool in your hand at no cost to you. To use the DuePoint system doesn't cost you anything. As I said, no starter kit, no starter manuals, no starter fee for being here, no monthly fee, no application form fee. By simply being a product owner at DuePoint, you're automatically a wealth engineer at no additional premium. This is a business for every South African. It was built in South Africa, in the South African context, by South Africans. This didn't blow in from China or Nigeria or Kenya or a prison in Russia. We've had one of those, haven't we? You know, we didn't have any of those things, okay? I remember years and years ago, there was one in about 2000 called Millennium. Guys came in from the Middle East, blew everyone away, filled rooms, music, lights, lasers, confused everyone and took their money, and we're gone. And we're gone, okay? Now this one here, this is here. You know where we are. It's the South African business, South African context. We know that South Africans don't have experience. We know they don't have qualification. That's why 99% of South Africans are not in the financial services sector. So we've built a business that says you don't sell financial services products here at DuePoint. You don't do any of that. You don't advise. You're not intermediaries. You're not brokers. You're not agents. You don't even advertise for us here at DuePoint. You simply connect people to us. And as a result, every South African can be involved in the DuePoint system. Every South African can start building a permanent asset for themselves. You know, the one thing that we don't do in South Africa, we don't leave anything for our children. I mean, there's history behind that. We understand that. But you know, your parents didn't leave you anything, and it's unlikely that in your current set of circumstances, you're going to leave your children with anything of any real value. How have the wealthiest people in the world got wealthy? Because of generations of leaving behind assets. Here at DuePoint, this channel that you're going to make of income is going to be something that will be left behind to your children automatically when you pass away. They will earn the income you created during your lifetime. They'll be able to take the channel you built and make it even bigger if they want, and then hand it over to your grandchildren one day. Finally, we believe we have built something that has generational legacy, generational value here in South Africa. We've also built a system so that you never have to be embarrassed. You see, that's probably the main reason why people do not want to do direct selling, is because they're embarrassed. Well, as I said to you, never going to have to sell a thing at DuePoint. So first of all, you don't need to be a salesperson. You don't have to have a particular type of personality, and you're never going to be embarrassed by having to try and sell something to your friends. Secondly, you don't have to do any presentations here at DuePoint. Not ever. Rob and I are the only two that do the presentations, and using technology these days, we can be with you 24 hours a day. 24 hours a day. We leave you guys with just one task, the task of connecting people to us. And there's 4 ways of doing that. One, you can go pick up our USB stick at our information counters, 170 Rand, once off. You've got our presentation on it. Plug it into a TV or computer, and no matter where you are, any time of the day, you push play, there we are doing the presentation for you. This is good for guys who struggle with the cost of data. Guys, I'm telling you, if you know you're not going to be able to afford data, then, and this is a fully online business, then get the USB stick. Second way of connecting people to us is in our studio audience, as you guys are here today. 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday, 7 presentations. Night times, lunch times, mornings, we do the presentation out of here. It means that if you're in the area and you can get here, bring your friends and acquaintances, we'll do the presentation for you live. The third way of connecting people to us is through our YouTube channel. Go to YouTube, search DuePoint, you will find every presentation we've ever done there. Go and look through. I often go and dig through there all the way back 2016. There's presentations. It's crazy. You can go pick your favorite ones. Nothing's changed. And you can play them any time of the day, anywhere in the country. This is a nationwide business. You do not ever have to convince anybody, talk to anyone, get on a stage and present to anybody. The DuePoint system, all you need to do is click play. Any question they ask you, I want to know more about the products, play. I want to have a quick summary, play. If you guys are following us on Facebook, you'll see we just loaded up a video talking about our 2-minute clip. We've got a 120-second clip that you can play somebody about DuePoint. Everything you need is on our DuePoint YouTube channel. It makes us nationwide. And then our 4th way of connecting people to DuePoint is through our live broadcasts. Every one of our presentations, and as I said, at least 7 a week, sometimes more, are broadcast live across the nation. If you like seeing us live but can't get you, it doesn't matter. As long as you've got a screen and an internet connection, you push play on the live stream button, and you are in the room with us 6 days a week. In the room. I cannot think of another company right now that does this level of live and amount of live content as we do here. We offer every one of our customers and wealth engineers the opportunity to be in the heart of this business on a daily basis. So you've got to laugh. Goodman, you've got to laugh at the guys who say to you, no, I don't trust what I see on the screen. When they'll run across the road to the paper application form company where they can't see anybody, no office, no people, no nothing, and fill the form out, happily giving away their life savings. You've got to laugh at them. Guys, here you can be in touch with this business in real time, every day of the week, Monday through Saturday. Once you've done that, once you've connected people to us through one of those 4 ways, some of the individuals are going to catch the vision of what we're doing. Unfortunately, not all of them. Some of them are waiting until their circumstances get worse before they catch the vision. But for those that do, they're going to become wealth engineers like you, and we're going to allocate them to you, and your channel is now born. These individuals go out and do the same thing as you. They're going to connect people to us via those 4 methods. Some are going to become wealth engineers, and when they do, again, we allocate them to you. This process repeats itself over and over again over time as your channel spreads out across the country. We come along then as DuePoint, not you. We as DuePoint come along and we facilitate the purchase of our products throughout this channel, and your income is born without having to sell a single thing. Now guys, what's very important to note here, we are a licensed and listed insurance company, registered on the stock exchange. This is the real deal here. And with everything that's real, there is a price. What was the price in your careers? What was the price if any of you ever started your own business? The price was always time. You see, we can't build wealth here unless you are willing to put time in. If you are willing to put time into this business, we can create lifetime wealth, permanent wealth for you. Not here today, gone tomorrow, shiny thing, then it's dull, then the next shiny thing arrives and it's dull and your circumstances don't change. This is permanent wealth that we create here. But you are going to have to put time, energy, thought, and perseverance into the creation of your own wealth. And this is where we lose people. We lose people. We were discussing this last night as a team. The moment we mention time, people get excited about DuePoint. But the moment I say, guys, it's going to take you time to build this, they go, oh, that smells like work. And I'm happy for you to make me rich, but I am unhappy to do anything to earn it. Yes. That is unfortunately the case for most South Africans. But that will change when circumstances get bad enough. If we get 6 petrol price increases next year, that'll be 12 in 24 months. Effectively, most people will start walking again. You will no longer be able to afford transport. Can you picture South Africa again where everyone walks to work and home again? Because it is physically impossible to pay for the taxi and transfer fees. We are 1 year away from that. 1 year away from that right now. How bad do your circumstances need to get before you say, you know what, I'm willing to do a bit of work. Just a little bit of extra work to get myself out of this hole. How badly? That's what we do here. And for those of you who do and are willing to put that effort and time in with us, we're able to start creating that wealth. We start the process, though, by facilitating the purchase of our products. That's where the wealth is created. Our first product, and we've got 4, is our Access Wealth Plan. It's 324 Rand a month. For 324 Rand a month, you get 2 independent products. The first one is your very own tax-free investment account. And the second one is 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. We take 100 Rand of your 324, just 100, and we put it into an investment account every single month. Okay? This means that you've started creating an asset for yourself before you've even started building your channel with us here. Our second product is our Wealth Guard product. It's 249 Rand a month, and for that 249 Rand a month, you get 1 million Rands worth of personal accident cover. This is a product for every South African. 70% of South Africans are uninsured. Why? Because they're too risky. Why are they too risky? Well, they're too old. They live in high-risk areas. They have risky jobs. They don't earn enough, etc., etc., etc. Medical conditions, etc. The Wealth Guard, no maximum age limits, no medical examinations or declarations, no waiting periods. You can have anybody in your channel here at DuePoint as a result of this product. Then our third product is our Family Wealth Funeral Plan. It's 2 products as well. Starts at 299 Rand a month. The first product is funeral cover. If you want funeral cover, you can get it here, 20,000 or 30,000 Rands worth of cover, and you can add either 5 or 10 family members to your cover. The second product is 10,000 Rands worth of outstanding debt cover. It means that when the principal member dies, instead of us giving you a tent and 500 Rands worth of airtime, we settle 10,000 Rands worth of your family member's debt so that you don't have to after they pass away. Our fourth product is our Wealth Points Buyers Club. It's 299 Rand a month to be a member. And as a member of our Buyers Club, you get access to all of our suppliers as an insurance company in this industry. We've got all sorts in there: retail stores, data, motor manufacturers, entertainment, gyms, travel agencies, you name it. All designed to reduce your expenditure on a monthly basis. You've got to use the product properly, though, to benefit from it. There must be at least 4 training videos that are now up on our YouTube channel on this product alone. Go watch those videos and you will learn how to use this product to reduce your monthly expenditure here at DuePoint. Guys, all of our products are on our website. You can get full product documents there, and you can watch full review videos. Full ones. I've given you 2 minutes on each product. You can go and get 30 minutes on every product if you want to watch the videos or read the documents. Go make wise decisions about what you take and use those decisions to create wealth for yourselves as well here at DuePoint. Folks, how do we normally get you guys to connect with us? In the traditional space, we spend a lot of money as insurance companies and banks to advertise to you. TV adverts, billboards, radio stations. I was talking to the CIO of Clientele Life the other day. They spend about 140 million Rand a month on advertising. A month. That's R1 billion a year, trying to get you to connect to them. Okay? Everywhere, everyhow, we advertise to you. Do you think that they're paying for that out of like a charity? No, they're making you pay for it. When you pay your funeral cover monthly fee, your banking fee, your car insurance premium, 30 to 50% of it is next month's advertising. It's built into the price. Now here at DuePoint, we don't do that. We don't do any advertising. You will find that you will never ever see an advert for DuePoint. It's why you never heard of DuePoint before today. It's why when your friend came to you and said, listen, you've got to come and talk about DuePoint, you were like, it's one of those new things that are blowing in from offshore. No, folks, it is because we purposefully do zero advertising. We use you. You go out and connect individuals to us. And it means that all that money that we were going to spend anyway on DSTV, SABC, Prime Media, etc., we now use and redirect towards you and your channel in the creation of wealth here at DuePoint. And we start with our returns program. Our returns program pays you 27.50 Rand every month for every product payment in your channel, multiplied by a factor of where in your channel that payment was made. So it sounds complicated, but it's very simple. You go out, you chat to some of your friends. They become wealth engineers, they pay for their product, and you get 27.50 Rand multiplied by 200%, 55 Rand. 55 Rand for every product every month that it's paid for. Now, I've had people say to me before, that's not enough. There's a Facebook page that says I can get hundreds of rands of payment. Yes, once. When you sell the pot, or when you sell the cleaning agent, or when you sell the toilet, you get it once. Here at DuePoint, every month that product is paid for, you get the 55 Rand. It's very difficult to return to your friends and beg them to buy the pot again. Here at DuePoint, you connect once. And after your first connection, that debit order raises every single month and the 55 Rand comes in. Now, folks, if they take 2 products, you get 110 Rand. If they take 3, you get 165 Rand. If they take 4, you get 220 Rand every month that those products are paid for. These folk go out, they talk to a few of their friends. Some become wealth engineers, pay for their products, and again, you get 27.50 Rand multiplied by 200%, 55 Rand. 55 Rand. Now you take a look at this example, and I know it's just an example, but there's a handful of people. You've put 5 minutes of time into the construction of your channel with us here at DuePoint, and you are earning just under 1,000 Rand a month. Now I know on Facebook they promised you'd be rich in 90 days. I know they did all those things. They said, oh, look at my check. Or what do they say? I earn 600,000 Rand a week now. Look at me next to my Rolls Royce or my Range Rover or my Ferrari, my 30,000 Rand handbag. Yeah, then go and ask them for a copy of their bank statement. Suddenly ask them for the in-contact SMS. No, folks, what we do here, we don't muck around like that. You'll find we're a very honest business. And not only that, we're a permanent wealth creation business. And that means we've got to put time in. But you've put 5 minutes in, you're already on 12,000 Rand a year with us in this particular example. You put some more time and some more energy into the construction of your channel, and you'll continue to earn, but now on a diminishing basis down to your 8th point. But there's no limit to how much you can earn here. From the 8th point on, you'll always get 4% of 27.50 Rand for every product payment on every point in your channel, as long as you qualify to earn. How do you qualify to earn? Whole string of training videos for you on YouTube. The fastest one, 2 minutes 57 seconds, and you'll know. You will know how to qualify to earn, and you will know how we've created generational wealth here. wealth that you will hand over to your children. They'll continue to build on. Hand over to your grandchildren, who will continue to build on with our system. So, what is then that price of time that you're going to pay here with us? Well, we took 20 years of data, we did a whole lot of mathematics on it, and we came up with what we believe is a reasonable set of milestones you can follow here at DuePoint if you want to understand how much time you're going to have to put in and how much you can earn in our system. Like I said, we're very open and very honest here. We took a very conservative growth rate formula. We call it 3 plus 2. For all of you who have no time, we built this for you. We said 3 plus 2. In your first month with us, you are responsible for putting just 3 people in. Can you put 3 people in a month? I think so. I've been to presentations where they've told me to put in a person a day. Okay? We've asked for 3 in a month. 1 every week and a half, effectively, that you need to put in. Then we're saying every month after your first month, you are responsible for just putting 2 people on your first point. Just 2. 1 every 15 days. This is not a big ask. I'm looking again at the movers and shakers for this month. We've got people in 27 introductions in 1 month. And we're asking for 2. They clearly didn't hear my presentation, okay? You can add more, you can add less, but we say, can you put 2 in? Because if you can put 2 in every month, guys, that includes December that's coming up, it includes Easter, it includes your birthday month, you're not allowed to stop. If you can put 2 in every month, then you can follow these milestones. We believe that after 6 months of doing that, you can reasonably expect to be on about 2,500 Rand a month with us. See how different we are from Facebook. You were meant to be in the Mediterranean on your yacht by now in terms of Facebook. We say no. 6 months from now, with a little bit of effort, but a consistent effort, you can expect to be on 30,000 Rand a year, 2,500 Rand a month. This is extra income. None of you are going to have quit your jobs to do this. We don't ask, this is not employment. You're going to pick this tool up, you're going to add it to your lifestyle. You're going to be earning your income still from work, but you'll have added 2,500 Rand a month to that with DuePoint after 6 months of being with us. If you can push through to a year, then you can reasonably expect to be on about 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month. That's 120,000 Rand a year that you've added to a lifestyle after 1 year with us. That's not 3 weeks. It's not 3 months. And it's not the first 20 people you spoke to. It's not even the first 50 people you spoke to. It's a year of being with us. Now, this is where it's very important that the switch in your head flicks from what you've been reading on Facebook and Google to the reality of what DuePoint is. We've asked you to do one thing, connect people to us. We have not asked you to worry about what they do, because you're going to worry about what they do. If you watch any of our training, I actually prove this to individuals. I could do the training. No, everyone says, I'm not going to care. I'm here for the money. And I go, great, that's what I want. Then I start asking them questions, and all of a sudden they care about the people they put in. They care whether they pay. They care whether they duplicate. They care whether they come to all the meetings. They care whether they're watching live. Folks, we didn't ask you for that. You can't care. Because if you do care, then you'll be very disappointed very quickly. People are very disappointing creatures, are they not? Folks, we give you one task. Keep connecting people. If you do it over time, the math starts working for you. After 1 year, you're on 10,000 Rand a month. If you can do it for 2 years, you're up to 27,000 Rand a month. If you can do it for 3 years, you're up to 40. If you can do it for 4 years, you're up to 60. And if you can do it for half a decade, that's 5 years, you'll be on 80 to 100,000 Rand a month. That's what they promised you on Facebook after 90 days. Except none of you have got it. Hey, otherwise you wouldn't be here. No, 5 years. 5 years plus, depending on how quickly. If you do less than 2 people a month, it's going to take longer. You do more than 10 people a month, it'll take shorter. It's in your hands how you proceed through this. But if you can do 5 years with us, we think you can reasonably expect to be on about 1 million Rand a year with us, of permanent lifetime wealth, money that's there every month, money that you can forecast on and rely on. That's what we build at DuePoint. We don't give you the money now and then it's gone. It's there every month. Of people doing this at DuePoint, for sure there are. We put a handful of people up on the stage every month. This month we had 3 up with us. We had Renee and Henny van der Merwe from Gauteng. They were very skeptical when they started here, particularly Henny. He said, this is another one of those things. We're all going to lose our money, embarrass ourselves in front of our friends. But after a couple of months of those in-contact SMSs coming in regularly on the same day every month, reliably just as promised, he became a believer. And in the last few weeks and months, they've built a channel that's already worth $1,600 a month to them. Every month. Extra income, hobby income on the side. An extra 1,600 Rand a month. See, people look at these numbers sometimes and they go, no, but that's not what I want. I want hundreds of thousands of rands. Yeah, well, there's only 0.5% of South Africans that are earning that amount of money. How are we going to get everybody else there? We're going to get everybody else there by starting them there. By starting them there and building from there. We've been running our Road to Rank 9 campaign here because in December we're going on our Rank 9 trip. What's Rank 9? Well, in Rank 9, you've got to have 1,000 paid products here at DuePoint. 1,000 people in your channel that have paid, okay? So we asked a few of our Rank 9s, and most of them are beyond this now, but we asked them, when you got to Rank 9, how did you do it? So we got Donnie here up on stage with us on the night. He's here in the audience with us this evening. He went Rank 9 in 16 months, 1,217 paid products in his channel. At Rank 9, you're earning about 20 to 30,000 Rand a month, okay? Most of you wouldn't mind 20 to 30,000 Rand. Remember I said it would take 2 years to get to 27,000 Rand? 16 months. We're there. Okay. We said, how did you get there? Because people are going to say, no, it's too hard. It's too hard. People keep letting me down. They don't pay. They don't duplicate. It's too hard. Well, Donnie said, I just got started. I put one person in my first month. Just one. I just got started. Any of you here think you can't do one person in a month? No, everybody thinks they can do it. Great. Okay, well, Donnie went out and did one. That made him a believer. After he was a believer, he then averaged for the next 16 months 5 people a month. Not 50, not 5,000. 5 people, 1 person a week, every month, over 16 months. And over that 16 months, did everybody suddenly catch the vision, get building, drive? No, 13 did. Take 5 and multiply it by 16 and see how many people he worked through to find 13 who went, you know what, it's time to change my circumstances. Those 13 built his channel for him and put him in this position. Can you find 13 people? Then we had up Patrick and Pumi. They've been with us for many years now, but they went Rank 9 in 11 months. That's less than a year. To 1,000 paid products, to 20,000 to 30,000 Rand a month. I said it would take 2. I did it in 11. 11 months to get there. What did they do? Well, they got pretty much out the gates flat out. 14 people in their first month. And then they averaged 8 people a month thereafter. Now, 8 looks like a big number after you've seen 1 and 5. But 8 is 2 people a week. Just 2 people a week. But they did it consistently for 11 months. And of all the people they put in, did all of them catch the vision, go out there and do the work? No, 13 did. 13. 8 times 11, 88 people, plus the 14. Nearly 100 people they put into their business. 13 caught the vision. They did not care about the other 87. That did nothing. Because that 87 didn't build their channel. The 13 did and got them there in 11 months. You're going to decide here at DuePoint what you're going to do with this tool, how much wealth you want, what you're going to do with this tool we've created for you. It's going to take time, guys. It is going to take time. You are not going to get there overnight. This is not one of those things. But you have infinite potential here at DuePoint. Infinite. It is in your hands. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is DuePoint top to bottom. Everything you need to know I've told you today, and if you want to join us as a wealth engineer, it's very simple. You go to our website, DuePoint.net, you click the apply or join button, fill out the form, 2 minutes, you're a wealth engineer, no money having passed from your hands. And this afternoon, you can start building your wealth with us here. If you're serious, get the tools, guys. You struggle with data, there's the USB stick, get it today. Buy it at our counter or order it from our client service team. You need the battery if your phones keep dying. Everything is done on your phones, guys. This is a fully online business. If you don't have a phone that works, you're not going to be able to build this business. Get that backup battery if your battery keeps dying. You battle to connect people. Get the business cards, the caps, the pens, the pins, the notebooks, the notepads. We got everything to start the conversation. Get the tools before you leave today and get out there and start talking DuePoint to everybody that you know. We're live on Facebook, guys. Follow us there. Love us there. There's always new things. Today's post is up already. Yesterday's was awesome. I don't know if you saw it. Talking about Throwdown Thursday. So cool. Today we got another one up. Go and follow us there. On YouTube, subscribe to it. It's the heart of this business, is where our content is. It's free to subscribe, and it means that every time we go live, every day we go live, your phone will ping. You know when to connect to us. And then, guys, please download our app. It's free. Like everything at DuePoint, it's free. Put it on your phone and start building wealth. All your training is there, your personal documentation and details are there, and you can watch your channel in real time from our app. So make sure you get it before you leave today, wherever you are. Guys, we know that not many of you know how to do this business. We understand that. And so we have created the XP Rewards training program. This is the second way we create wealth for you. We teach you from beginner how to do this. And we hold you by the hand, and as you complete steps in our program, we reward you with what we call XP points, experience points. The experience points are a measure of your maturity and experience here. They're not worth rands and cents. But as you get more experienced, naturally your channel's going to start growing. And when you meet those two criteria of experience and channel size, we're going to start ranking you up. Here at DuePoint, we give you momentum. As you start moving through the ranks, we start to reward you. In the beginning, it's a little bit of cash. As you get more serious, the cash starts getting more serious. As you get real serious, the cash gets real serious. And then from about rank 5, we start to reward you with tools. Tools are going to help you move through this business faster. Firstly, rank 5, you get an imported lightning memory stick from the US, plugs into every electronic device in South Africa. And it means that you can be connecting people to DuePoint at any time, anywhere. That USB stick is filled with everything that you need. At rank 7, you get your own set of business cards from us. It is a 12,500 Rand set, imported, gold gilded, and custom made for you. It is one of the finest sets, probably the finest set of business cards in the country today. I don't know many people who have business cards that actually have real gold on them. And you get that. It is a powerful, powerful tool in connecting people to DuePoint. And then at rank 9, as long as you maintain your channel size with us, remember rank 9, you needed 1,000 paid products. Well, if you can maintain that 1,000 plus number of products every year with us here at DuePoint, every year that you do for the rest of your life, we take you and your family away on a 1-week trip, 5-star, all expenses paid. Every year for the rest of your life. There isn't this, no, congratulations, you've qualified, you've got to buy the air tickets or pay the airport taxes or get yourself to the airport. No, it's all expenses paid from your house back to your house. Why? Because you've worked hard to get there. Are you going to get to rank 9 quickly? I remember when we first launched this business, everybody joined DuePoint for this. Book my ticket, Brendan, I'll be there next, book the room 3 months. Watch, I'll be there 3 months. Those people are not here anymore. Because when 3 months came, they were very disappointed. Folks, you can get there as fast as you like. There is no limit to it. But 1,000 paid product owners does not take 5 minutes. You are going to have to put time in. What's our average time to rank 9? 3 plus 2, 19 months. That means 2 years from now, you'll join us. Okay? So you put that in your head now. This is not one of those flamboyant things where we shoot the fireworks and we tell you you're all going to be rich. No. We say you got to work. What did we see? Donnie, 16 months. He was faster than average. Patrick and Pumi, 11 months. Way faster than average. What's our record to rank 9? 5 months. You decide. You decide. But do not believe you're going to get there without work and without time. If you don't like work and you don't like putting your time in, then DuePoint is definitely not the place for you. But if it is, and you put the work in, then your Decembers look like this.
Gone and all of the paths you've drawn have sunk to the ocean sun where no one can see you stand. Don't let the dark embrace, cower the dreams you chase under the rust and blood. Don't let yourself give up.
It's close now. It's close now. 8th of December, we're on the aeroplane. We go last year, we go this year, we go next year, we go every year. You see, I can show you real footage. I don't have to show you fake footage. You know, this is a real business. And so, if you don't make it this year, that doesn't matter. We're going next year. Build this year so that your platform to start on next year is bigger. And grow and grow. And if you miss next year, it doesn't matter. We're going the next year. You carry on building, and you eventually get there. Rank 9 is not even a third. Well, I think it's about a third of the way through our currently mapped ranks in our system. Just imagine. Currently, we've got 28 ranks mapped. And rank 9, this is the trip. If you can persevere a little bit further and get yourself all the way to rank number 11, well, then in rank 11, you get your own car. It is not rented from us. We don't finance it for you. We don't brand it, and we don't give it to you and then take it away later when your production drops off. It's your car. It's yours. And we want you to build freedom with that car with us. This is a very real business. Rob often asks the question, I'll ask it of you this morning. If this is what we're doing at rank 11, what are we doing at rank 28? This is a real generational wealth business. It is going to take your time, guys. The first 20 people you put in this business are going to disappoint you. This is about putting and connecting hundreds of people to DuePoint over years, maybe decades, to create a life you could never create with anything else in South Africa. And I'm quite adamant about that today. There is nothing else in South Africa that will create the life that you will get here at DuePoint. Not unless you've got a super wealthy dad or you're a rocket scientist, are you going to be able to change what we have going on in South Africa today. We've got to get stuck in now and start building wealth with us. Guys, we are going to be doing a road show of DuePoint around the country in the next 90 days. We're going to 5 cities. It is a huge opportunity for everyone around the country to reveal and demonstrate DuePoint to everybody. We're going to be in Durban first on the 29th. We're then going to Port Elizabeth, Bloemfontein, Nelspruit, and Cape Town by the end of this year. Have you started booking your tickets? The venues have limited number of seats. The tickets are free, so it's first come, first serve. Guys, please get your bookings in. It's on your app and it's on the website. So if you struggle with one or the other, just go to the other one, look for it, book in now. Don't just book for Durban, book for the other venues too, so you don't lose out. Are we planning, guys? Are we planning? Are we committed to creating nationwide wealth in our channels here? Plan ahead, get your wealth engineers plugged in, get your guests ready. It's not going to be an introduction presentation. It'll be a full showcase, so it is still good for guests and good for wealth engineers on those days. And we're going to be running it from about midday, so still, if I can encourage all wealth engineers, watch, as usual, the 10 o'clock introduction presentation in the morning before joining us at the showcase at 12 o'clock, wherever you are on those particular Saturdays. Okay, get booked in. It's going to be amazing. Guys, this week, Thursday, you've picked a good week to join us. If you're going to join us now, Thursday night, that's tomorrow night, we've got Throwdown Thursday. We do it only once every 3 months, and we're going to have some great guests on stage with me during that night. It's a new format. It's going to be loads of fun. On Throwdown evenings, we tackle the common objections, the truth and the lies about not only DuePoint, but the direct selling industry of South Africa as well. There's a lot of lies out there, and there's also a lot of very lame, half-assed objections and excuses. Let's just call a spade here. And on those evenings, we tackle them all. And we talk through them, and we understand how we have adjusted DuePoint to take consideration of them and how you can really get stuck in with us. So, if you've got difficult guests, Thursday night's the perfect night. We'll give them a certificate at the door saying you are a difficult guest, so that they can know they're special. But let's get this room packed. I want 150 people in this room on Thursday night, and I want every one of your venues around the country today packed for Thursday night. It is going to be an amazing night. Educational, eye-opening, and an opportunity for every wealth engineer to grow their wealth this Thursday night. We start at 6:30 tomorrow, so make sure you're ready, tuned in, or here tomorrow. So ladies and gentlemen, I think you can see how serious we are here at DuePoint. We're not one of those things. We're not going to be fooling around here or mucking around. We're going to be changing the South African economy with DuePoint. We're not new. We've been around for a good few years. We are ready to get South Africans building wealth. That's what we do here at DuePoint. If you've got questions and concerns, it's fine. Come and ask us. Don't walk out of here with misconceptions. Don't walk out of here without your questions answered. Come and ask us. Ask our client service team if you're remote or the people that connected you today. But we don't want you walking out of here without this tool. Pick it up. It's going to cost you nothing today. Pick it up and get out there and start building wealth now before it's too late. That's what we want from you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you all outside. Thanks for all of you who've watched live today.